When does it come out?
The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on top. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right, thank you for joining us for another class here at ISBHBK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. All right, we are here out of Norfolk, Virginia on this Tuesday. All right, so thank you for joining. As you get on, we ask if you like the page or like the video and get the links out to brothers and sisters so that we can, the title's a little switched up on there. Yeah, so that we can go ahead and get the link out for class. All right. So for all the brothers and sisters, again, thank you for joining us. We have class every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday here in Norfolk. All right, in our brother school, sister school in Houston, they have class Monday, Wednesday, and on Saturday, the Sabbath morning class. So, we have a lot of we got a lot of classes on there, so you can definitely run through the archives. Check out all the classes that we have. A lot of different topics. We have a lot of different forms of getting this word out. We have other channels as well. We have the news channel, which is going to be Israelite Media Corp. All right, so a lot of good current events that's going on with the Israelite Media Corp. We have the 5 Minutes of Wisdom. These are all different YouTube channels that you can share with your friends and family, especially dealing with that 5 Minutes of Wisdom, something straight to the point, comprehending in few words to where your family members won't get overwhelmed with a 2-hour class. So 5 minutes will be perfect for them to obtain knowledge. We have the Hidden Truth Bible Show. Man, we got some hot videos coming out. New Age. Listen, we're doing definitely due diligence in putting these classes and videos together for the brothers and sisters, man. And Kazaki has been working on some things lately that is, it's nice. I know y'all seen the Chariot one, but we have some other things coming out as well. So definitely watch out for that. Something different, something to get the eyes and the mind buzzing, and something different. So definitely check that out. All right, that's going to be the Hidden Truth Bible Show. So we have about 5 different channels, man, or 6 different channels, because we have the Norfolk channel. We also have the Houston channel. So check it out. Like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, let the masses see that. Because listen, all we have is time right now. Obviously, there's hearsay about brothers and sisters going back to work, so you better make the time worth it right now. Israelware. On Facebook, it is Israelware, and you'll be able to go on there and make some orders. Make your, if you need fringe shirts for you men, pants, if you don't have a rib to do it for you, headbands, tunics, armbands, whatever you think, girdles, whatever you think that you would like. The sisters know how to make garments look fabulous, man. So hit them up on Israelware on Facebook, and they'll be able to go ahead and process that order. All right. Even for the sisters, we got a lot of talented hands. So we want a purse, fringe purse. We've seen them. You need a fringe dress or a blouse or even some type of shirt that has a saying on it for the women. We have it. So definitely support. Again, this is supporting your people, supporting the cause, supporting our school, and we have good quality material and work that they put in. If you need to reach any of the priests, you have Priest Quatazat. You have his number on the screen, as well as Priest Kazakia. So you can hit these brothers up for any questions, concerns. But we ask during class if you can text only. So text only during class. All right. And we obviously have the channel as well. So ask your question through there. Sweet ambiance. This is our business is down right now due to the malls being closed. So we're definitely trying to rely on the website. So if you want to order anything from the website, hit us up. We have a lot of different items that you can pick from your fragrances, from all your essential oils, anywhere to your perfumed oils, no chemicals, custom mixes. We got call them mix a lot. The apothecaries. So we can make it happen. We have packages as well that you can get for gifts. Again, you're supporting Israelite business, and again, our quality is on 10. We have a subscription package as well if you want to support that way. That's every month for like $24, where it switches up every month. We already have it set for a year, so you're going to get different variety of themes for each year, or each month. So definitely hit us up on that one, sweetambiance.com. All right, and before I forget, we have Priest Mashaba as well. Priest Mashaba has his Blog Talk Radio, which is every Tuesday and Thursday, and that's going to be from 10 a.m. until 12. So you can check him out on blogtalkradio.com /Mashaba, and that's Mashahba. All right, so it's a lot of videos on there as well, from a lot of dynamic teachers. Again, I'm gonna throw the names out. You got Tazapah, you got Dawiyad, you got Awar, Shamshawan, a lot of brothers that's been putting work through the years. So check that out. Again, we thank for all the brothers and sisters that's been giving. Due to this coronavirus, again, our business is down. So all those that have been, sending alms, we greatly appreciate it. May the Most High bless you for that. All right. So we'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have any questions, send them through. And as usual, if not, we'll go right into tonight's class. All right. So today's Tuesday. Starting the week off right. So again, we'll wait for some brothers and sisters to sign on. Got about 20 people. Again, if we ask everybody just to go ahead and like the video, let's get this algorithm jumping. All right, let's get our name out there. We got a lot of good classes for what's going on in present day to stimulate the mind. So, all right. Oh yeah. So again, we'll.
No questions so far.
Right. Oh, as well, we have forgot I passed that up. Feast of Pentecost.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's going to be May the 26th. All right. The Feast of First Fruits is going to be May the 26th. All right. This is going to be a Monday. So if you're in the area, hopefully, you may have some areas where you'll be able to travel, so you can definitely get together.
Question.
Hold on real quick. Go ahead and read that question.
All right, you have a question online that says, I don't know if I missed it, but what's going on with the Passover in Houston in May?
Yeah, so the Passover is definitely you missed the Passover. Now,
No, not that he missed the Passover. We sent that out in the YouTube channel. We sent that out in the Camp Text. Who asked that?
Karatazaya.
Yeah. I thought Karatazaya was on the Camp Text. Oh, okay. Yeah, you missed that one because we put it out on the Camp Text, and we've been we kind of did it in the videos also online. So just reminding everybody, the Passover's been canceled. Passover's been canceled. Everybody celebrated the Passover at home. So that's how we did it this year. Because the locations and all that stuff, iffy. We didn't know what was gonna go on. So that the Passover basically was in its entirety, as far as all getting together. So that's what happened with that. What else?
It says, question, priest. Can we?
Read it right.
Huh?
It's not a complete question.
It's not. But it's concerning Psalm 149.
Huh?
Mario, he said, can we Psalm 149, but he didn't ask what he wants for 149.
Can we what?
Can we Psalms 149?
Yeah, that's exactly what it says.
Oh, okay.
You just have to read.
Well, he's driving, so he's probably working. He probably can get that out right. Mario, send that text again so we can see what you're asking there, brother. Yeah, and I know he just said it, but I'll say it again. You know, the water for all the brothers and sisters that has been giving alms. I mean, if it wasn't for y'all, it would be like 3 months going behind by the time this is over. So we really appreciate that. I mean, it's I know we say it, but we try to just show the importance of y'all helping, so, and thanking y'all all the time. So yeah, that's a really big deal. Esau, man, they ain't trying to forgive nothing. Then they're playing around with the loans. They're playing around with all the little fake promises Esau's making.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta help out the businesses.
What they do?
You know what I mean? What company gave back the $10 million? It was Steak Shack.
Oh,
They gave
Steak and Shake?
Yeah, Steak Shack. I think that's what it is. But they had to give back the $10 million they borrowed because, you know, they didn't need it.
Right.
But he was capping. I was watching this interview with the owner. He was like, yeah, well, you know, everybody needs it. I'm like, bro, y'all made $40 million last year.
And that's probably profit.
You made $40 million.
Profit.
So what are you talking about? Everybody needs it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they just came out with another Los Angeles Times. I don't know if you just seen that. Los Angeles Times just dropped a
yeah, I seen that.
article talking about they're going to give another small business stimulus.
Yeah.
So,
But when you look at all the businesses, I don't know, their math might be wrong. Because
right, anybody.
I mean, if you look at how many small businesses, if you're saying 50% of the country is filled with small businesses,
Yeah.
how many small businesses are those, and how many trillions of dollars are you gonna have to take care? It's just false promises, man. False.
Yeah.
You know,
Hype game.
that's why you never trust Esau, man. No matter what they say. The unemployment they ain't still dropped that yet for the contract workers. They ain't dropped that, and for just regular workers, a lot of them ain't get that. Well, at least out here in Virginia. So, yeah, that's why you got to put your trust in the Most High, right? We got that question.
No.
He didn't come back with it yet. Okay. Yeah, if you get a chance, bro, hit us back with that question. All right, what else we got?
Nothing yet.
Okay. All right, so, I mean, if y'all don't got any questions, let's try to give Mario a second on this Psalms 149. Let's see if he had anything on that.
Yeah, you talking about the small business loan, Ronnie? Said they have already passed the bill. Yeah, but they passed another bill. We definitely get to see that. And they shut down those loans quickly.
Yeah, it was Mario's he's a character.
Very much.
What he's saying is he's basically saying when can we
take vengeance?
When can we take vengeance? When can we Psalms? When can we Psalm 149? Well, I'll answer that. Go to Romans. I will answer that, and then we're gonna go into this class. Go to Romans. Was it Romans 12? Romans 12 and 19. Read, brother.
Romans chapter 12, verse 19.
This is just answering his question in Psalms 149. When could we Psalms 149 they butt, right? This is the answer. Go ahead.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves,
Right?
but rather give place unto wrath.
The Most High's wrath is working. See, the Most High is more methodical. He's a tactician. Right? the Most High is a tactician, but we just want to do everything premature, and Most High want to draw this out a little bit. He want to draw it out a little bit and do some things.
It's dramatic with it.
Yeah.
It's like a symphony.
Yeah.
You know, you got the build up. You know, it may peak a little bit, but it comes right back down. You know, it's beautiful because how we think about getting back, you know, our enemies and our people.
We want to do it now. We want to run out there in the street, start dragging them out their house.
Right. See, Most High hit him with a bowel disease. You know, everybody just start pooping on themselves like that one video in the school. Ooh. You know, everybody trying to sit in the trash cans.
What Tupac say? I hope my fofo make sure
all your kids don't grow.
Right? I hope you die slow.
Yeah,
die slow.
And my fofo, he said my fofo will make sure that your kids don't grow.
Right. See, that's like, I mean, when you look at how the Most High is doing it, he's doing it for multiple reasons, showing Israel he's here for us. He's waking up the ones that are he's waking up the ones that are dumb, deaf, and blind. So he has to do it this way. It's the mercy is set up and the grace is set up so everybody can get a chance. All of our people can get a chance, and they could say that they had a chance. I was just going over that with my fam the other day in 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter, and they annotated. But just showing that everybody's going to be able to say, yeah, I heard it, I knew about that, and I just didn't give a dang. Or I did. I woke up, I got my act together, I kept the laws, I didn't do scorn unto the laws. So, you got to remember us, man. We want to dump somebody off just because they're light skinned. So, we want to take vengeance quick. The Most High is way better at it. So he said, vengeance is his. Go ahead.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves,
right?
But rather give place unto wrath.
Right, give place to wrath. Go ahead.
For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
And that's what we got to remember. It said he will repay. He will repay. If y'all haven't watched the class, you got to understand, Yahweh Shai is taking down America. There ain't going to be brothers meeting Yahweh Shai. And this was misspoken before. There ain't going to be brothers meeting Yahweh Shai to join up with Yahweh Shai to go get Esau in the first blow. Because the first blow is Babylon. We're going to go do the cleanup crew. But before you do the cleanup crew, don't you got to get the military together?
You have to go.
Right. We're all going to speak the same thing based on the word. But the order aspect, the unity aspect, as you look around through the nation, through the goggles of Facebook and YouTube, there's got to be some tweaking with the unity. There's got to be some order with the unity. The rebels need to be cast out. Okay. So we ain't gonna be doing nothing but tucking our tail, bowing, waiting for salvation to be lifted up in those chariots. Then when he cast out those rebels, then we're gonna be brought, set in order. All the so-called King Davids of the truth and all the so-called third in command here on earth under Yahweh Shai. He's gonna put those niggas out and put them in order, and the Most High is gonna set everything correct. Then we can go ahead and be a army like we supposed to.
Right.
Right. But this is This is to show everybody that the Most High is in control, right? The Most High is running things. Yeah, I like the blasphemy that they keep coming with. They keep blaspheming and acting like this ain't the hand of the Most High. So,
and when you keep doing that, like it does, like when you read in Exodus, we go over it in Sabbath class all the time. Every time Pharaoh did that, the Most High, he got more dramatic with it.
Every time he did it, he was, you know what I mean? Every time he did it, every time
with the hand.
the Most High was on.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's the truth.
Nah, it is the truth.
No,
What? What's that?
Question on Facebook.
What do we got?
Is it wicked to pray for vengeance with details?
Sister Dorothy.
Is it wicked to pray for vengeance with details? Well, now let's go to Psalms 149, right? Let's go to Psalms 149, just like the brother had. He wasn't asking; he was basically making a statement. Y'all got to know my guy Mario. He got a real crazy sense of humor.
Is there a phone next to the mic?
There is.
I need to move the mic a little bit away from the phones. If one phone's from the
No, just put it on mute. Stop. If it's on vibrate, put your phone off vibrate. Somebody's phone is vibrating?
No.
Yeah, well, and then they're saying there's like a slow noise on the mic.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it's probably... Oh, this is yours.
It's probably the
man.
waves. It's just
Yeah, it's the airwaves.
Yeah, you're vibing hard.
Yeah, you got to move it back. All right, go ahead, I read where we're at. Psalms 149. And this is to the sister Dorothy. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 149 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints.
Uh-huh.
Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance.
Right, and hopefully y'all familiar with this Psalms, but we are going to praise the Lord. We are praising the Lord now because what he's doing is our deliverance. Go ahead.
Let them sing praises unto him with timbrel and harp.
Right, and there's none with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You see our brothers, the Light of Zion, they like to use a lot of instruments and sing and praise the Most High. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's just timing. They ain't doing that in the middle of class. They don't got a band behind them in the middle of class. They praise the Most High when it's time for prayer. Go ahead.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
Right?
He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Right, there you go again. We always hit on that word, the meek. The Most High is going to beautify the meek. All the cocky, proud, stubborn, stiff-necked, Edomites, Israelites, Nationites, Most High is going to overthrow them. The meek shall inherit the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Uh-huh.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth.
Uh-huh.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Right.
And punishments upon the people.
Right, so you see the details in what he's saying. Vengeance, punishment. Go ahead.
Psalms 149 in verse 8.
Right, and this is why I want to get this, because he brought it up, but also it's going to edify the sister on her question. Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains.
To do what?
To bind their kings with chains.
So that's details. So yeah, the Most High is going to. There's nothing wrong with you praying for the details. Nothing wrong with that. But, remember humility, man. It's all through the Most High. He's going to do it the way he wants to do it. All right? But, what are you going to... Yeah, how I can't wait. Watch. I'm going to show you. Watch. Go, hold that. Where is it?
This is Psalms 137 and verse 8.
137:8. Stay where you're at. Ariel, read that. Psalms 137, verse 8.
This is Psalms chapter 137 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
O daughter of Babylon,
Yeah.
who art to be destroyed,
Right.
happy shall he be,
Right.
that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Right. So, just like they served us, they going to get served. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
I mean, that's details, ain't it?
Fine details.
That's a little
Graphic.
little fine details that you can see what they were praying for. Like
So there's the guideline. The guideline is the precepts, and the precept is saying that they prayed for it. So there's nothing wrong with praying for that. You know, there's nothing wrong with praying in detail. The Most High likes that. Straight to the point, comprehending much in few words. He want to know what you want, right? So, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Jump back.
You have not because you asked not.
Right? Did you finish that, right?
Yes, I did.
Right. So, read that last part again.
Verse 37?
Uh-huh.
Verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
You know, I know that seems harsh, but you got to remember what the conquistadors did to our children. You got to remember what the English did to brothers and sisters over here. You got to see that all the tribes got their children ripped out of their bellies at one point in time and bashed against trees or burnt or cooked like a damn chicken.
Yeah. You read that in Second Maccabees.
Yeah.
Because they tried to get them they tried to get everybody to stop circumcising, and these women, they went and circumcised the child. They took it, threw it over the cliff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Fed us the dogs. Let's
It-
move on.
Alligators.
the scriptures say, you know, these are the scriptures, man, that cats will never read in their life. They'll avoid that out. Oh, that was back in the days. Oh, that was during that time. This is a reward that Israel is waiting for.
He requires that which has been the past, man.
Right. So jump back, finish that up.
Psalms chapter 149 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains.
Yeah, that's details. I can't wait, man, till their kings, you know, I want to have Trump as a waiter.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I want him to be my waiter.
Oh, yeah.
Yahweh, please, if it be in thy will specifically, could I get Trump?
Right?
Right? I mean, listen, you can pray for what you want. I mean, I'll put it like this. I'm sure there's other greater men than me that is probably going to be able to get that answer. You know what I mean? Like the Most High say, okay, I hear your prayer, brother, but this man is a little more of stature than you. So I'm going to let him have Trump, all right? You can have somebody else.
You can have his son or his grandson.
You can have his son or his daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ivanka. No, it's not Ivanka. That's his wife.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody wants his wife. Nah.
She doesn't even want him.
Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains.
Uh-huh.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
And their nobles with fetters of iron. See, so those are the details. Just answering your question to just sister online. Those are the details. There's nothing wrong with praying in detail. Yeah.
And you know, when you read this, because it's being this detailed about what's going to happen in that day of vengeance, right?
Right.
So in order, like the way you answered the question the first time, it makes perfect sense because we have to learn how to be in order. We have to learn all these attributes, how to unify the right way.
Right.
In order before we get to do this.
Right. The spirit got to be on us.
Yeah, because
It got to totally consume us for us to start to get this world in order. So that's the thing brothers and sisters got to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. You know, brothers ain't gonna do nothing right now. You ain't gonna do nothing. You know, you still, a lot of brothers and sisters still unfaithful, still unbelieving, still unsure. So
come on, think about it.
It's a lot of work that needs to be done.
And then when Yahweh Shai returns, you're gonna be scared crapless.
Yeah.
You're gonna be scared out your mind, and then you're praying and hoping that
you make it.
Yeah, you get took it up on the chariot. You ain't gonna try to run and get some heat and go spray some people down. Like,
yeah, well, a lot of cats, brothers think they are, but the scripture said in that day, every man's heart shall melt.
yeah.
It said his knees shall be weak as water. So, in order for the whole earth to bow at one time, that's exactly what's going to happen. Your heart's going to fall. You know what I mean?
You get the bubble guts at the same time.
Bro, you get, your heart ends up in your throat where you just drop.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what's happening to the whole world. So, all right, was that it on that?
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 149 verse 9.
Uh-huh.
To execute upon them the judgment written, dishonor have all his saints.
Right, the judgment written. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the biblical promises and the biblical judgment that was written. Okay? So you can't unwrite what God already have written. He said his word does not go out void. All right? That's for all the ones. I know y'all out there. Y'all already know. But there's a lot of people that don't think that's real. They still don't see this as a punishment to Egypt or Babylon or whatever ideology they've adopted here in America. They don't see that.
Nope.
What we got another one?
I have a question.
What's that?
What is the city of Baal in Jeremiah 33:13?
The city of Baal?
Yeah.
Let's go there. Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 13.
And I know the brother Dawiyad. The brother Dawiyad asked a question. I ain't forgot about your question. I'm gonna get that. He texted me one-on-one. I'm gonna get that. We don't like to speak. If it don't pop right there, I look into it first before I speak on it. All right, where are we at?
Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 13. The question is, what is the city of Baal in Jeremiah 33 and verse 13?
Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
In the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the vale, and in the cities of the south, and in the land of Benjamin, and in the places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, shall the flocks pass again under the hands of him that telleth them, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And that's the only verse. Who asked that question?
Mario.
Oh, so Jeremiah 33, verse 13. So read it one more time.
In the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the vale, and in the cities of the south, and in the land of Benjamin, and in the places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, shall the flocks pass again under the hands of him that telleth them, saith the Lord. Shaphalah in Hebrew.
So the cities of Baal was the lowland valley. It was a strip of west of Judean, the Judean mountains. Okay. It was stripped near the coast of Carmel. Oh, stripped near coast north of Carmel. So, yeah, it's a city. So it's once again in Hebrew. Wait, make sure I read the right one. Yeah, Shaphalah. Okay. Shaphalah. We gotta see what that word. Right. So that's where it's talking about. It's talking about a coast, lowland valley strip west of Judean mountains. Okay, the Shaphalah strip near coast north of Carmel. So that's where that is. All right. So I mean, remember if you think technically, but when you look at that whole area, the Most High is going to, what was he saying? And cities, Judea, the flocks pass under the hands of him that telleth them, saith the Lord. Verse 12. Right. Basically, the Most High said he's going to restore back the land to the people. Right? He's going to restore that land, bring that land back. All right? In the verse 12. All right. Was that it?
There's another question.
What we got?
It says, Shalom, what happened to the tribe of Dan? Did they merge with another tribe?
Right. So every time we talk about the tribe of Dan, y'all got to think. This is what keeps us safe. You don't add or take away, right? So when you look at the tribe of Dan, we can only only go off the information we were given, right? So go to Revelations 7. We know according to the Bible, in salvation, as in the Most High bringing salvation and numbering the nation, Dan isn't there. I mean, they're not there. So when we go backwards, you're talking about all the prophecy of the future. Dan is not included. Now I heard a little bird here and there. They're trying to figure out who Dan is and where they at and who these people are and all this. It ain't in the scriptures. If Christ ain't tell us, the Most High ain't tell us in Revelations, oh, and by the way, of the tribe of Dan, we're sealed. It don't matter where Dan is. Dan is no longer a full. They didn't become a full tribe. How could I say that? Because it's telling us in Revelations 7. So go there real quick. Revelation 7 and 3.
Revelations chapter 7, verse 3.
Right?
Saying, hurt not the earth,
Right?
neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a number of them which were sealed,
Uh-huh.
and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So let's think about this. The children of Israel, the ones that were sealed with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, with the blood of Yahushua, the ones that were white robes. Let's think about this. These children of Israel, right? The chosen, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Of the tribe of Judah were sealed to 1,000.
Now, we don't have to read all the way down. You can read it all the way down. Of the tribe of Reuben, Zebulun, Ephraim, Asher, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Zebulun, Joseph, right? Benjamin, right? All these tribes, 144,000. Dan is not there. Why? Because Dan didn't become a full tribe. Way back when. So when people ask about that, well, where did Dan go? The Bible doesn't go into it. It doesn't give us real good edification on it. Why? Maybe to the Most High it wasn't important. Because usually if you go through the scriptures, it will kind of lead you in a certain path. So that's how we answer that question. There's no information on it. Now, there's speculation. There is, I want to pull some other book and try to add to this. Well, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that because if it was that important, the scriptures would have spoke on it pertaining to the last days, salvation, us coming together as a nation. This is important. This means that us coming together as a nation, Dan is not included. So it doesn't really give us a lot of information about Dan, but we do know that they're not a full tribe as a part of the nation. All right? Read that where you're at.
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 19.
Yeah, read that real quick.
Revelation.
And that's why Israel got to be careful, man. I know there's a lot of cats that like to speculate and try to assume, but that's where you get caught out there. Because the scriptures say prove all things. Mm-hmm. So you got to show me in the scriptures where that is. You know what I mean? Because there's an assumption of where and how and all that, but there ain't no real evidence biblically. I haven't read it. There ain't no real evidence biblically. So we got to remember this. Read that.
Revelations chapter 22, verse 19.
Yeah.
And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy,
Yeah.
God shall take away his part out of the book of life.
And we know that the ones that are scheming, and trying and adding and taking away from the scriptures, this is who it's talking to. Some of brothers just make mistakes based on trying to be deep, right, and trying to know every damn thing. The Most High has given us the basic instruction.
Simplicity.
Yeah, it's the simplicity in Christ. So I'm saying that to say, you know, you guys got, your brothers and sisters got to settle their mind on things easily to be understood. That way you don't get caught up in frivolous arguments. I'm not saying this to the person that's asking the question either. I'm just saying this generally. That way brothers and sisters' minds can be settled with what information they do have. All right? Right.
I'll tell you one more.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. I answer it that way all the time, because it's not only about one brother that asks, it's about all the brothers and sisters that are watching that are new. Because you're gonna go online and then people are making statements and things, but where do you gotta pull from these other sources to really establish the point of Dan, right? As opposed to being able to stick in the scriptures and proving all things, right? It's different. It's like when we go to the scriptures about the tribes, we go through the scriptures, Deuteronomy, Genesis 49, Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 33, and be able to break down the tribes.
Right.
And then we go to extra out sources that coincide with this.
Right.
So when it's the other way, you got to be very, very, very careful. Yeah.
This is just one more on the same scripture, but
Uh-huh.
it's Proverbs 30 and 6. Proverbs 30 and 6. It goes with what's said in Revelations.
Right.
Because
Right.
if well, read it first. Read it first. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 30, verse 6. Add thou not unto his word.
So the Most High is already telling you not to add anything to His word. He told Moses that when they were going into the Promised Land, and He's reminding you as He did in Revelations. Go ahead.
Lest he reprove thee,
Because the Most High is going to check what you're saying. Go ahead.
and thou be found a liar.
And because once He checks you and He shows that the information that you're giving isn't real, you're going to look like a liar now.
Right. Exactly.
So
if you don't know, keep your hand over your mouth. Shut up.
hey, the Scripture says that too. You know what I mean? A wise man.
That's why I was quoting it, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Same mindset.
Right. We got another question? That was it? Yeah. All right, is that it on the questions?
Yeah, nothing on Facebook? Because I think that was the first question.
You sure? Okay. Was that the first question on Facebook, or was it another?
No, Dorothy. She asked on.
Dorothy, that was it?
She posted on both of us.
Got you. Okay, all right, let's go into this topic real quick. Got an hour.
So we're going over the Watchmen, or the
Watches.
Right, the Watchers. You know, because we're gonna start going into the history of the Watchmen in the Bible.
Uh-huh.
You know, this was another duty that men and women had. But we're gonna go into the history and show you exactly what the Watchers were doing. What was the purpose of the Watchers? All right, we're gonna start with Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Just seeing that how the Most High always set up protection for Israel. He always had, again, safe havens or outlets to where somebody was always looking for the betterment of Israel. And in here, as we go on the history of the Watchmen, these are military individuals. But we're going to go into the scriptures and see exactly what they did. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Go ahead.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, so the Most High made watchmen unto the house of Israel. And when you go into this definition, just the understanding of how the Most High set things up, of watchmen, it means a centennial or a guard. So the Most High, but what was this guard doing? The guard was looking out for any type of danger that may have been coming towards the nation of Israel. If we were in our city, if we were in camp somewhere, they always had a watchman that was continually guarding and looking out for Israel. Read that one more time.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Go ahead.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Right, and that's what it was about. These watchmen were about giving warning unto Israel and any type of nation that try to sneak up behind us. Because again, we fought a lot of battles back then against a lot of other nations, a lot of heathenistic or stranger nations, right? And when you deal with the word centennial, just to get your mindset and understanding what this watchman was, it says a soldier sent to watch or guard any army, camp, or other places from surprise. So not only was a guard protecting and looking out for Israel just on the army side, but any type of camp, any type of environment. So showing how the Most High was indoctrinating and putting forth the protection of Israel through these watchmen. And we're going to see more scriptures and understanding about, again, just the protection of Israel. That's why I love it. Again, Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. The Most High is a man of war. We're starting to understand his logic. We're starting to understand our purpose in one aspect dealing with this watchman. You can go to 2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 20. Because this is going to be just, a different class, but understand the historical part of what we did in the Bible. Because there's a lot of different jobs, but now we're going into this watchman, the watchman of Israel. 2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 20.
2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 20. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Right. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow.
So you got this guy Benaiah, which means what was it? It's
Benaiah, but not Bana, which is build.
Build.
Right. It should be build. Right? Did you check it?
I was checking.
It should be Benaiah. Where you at again?
2 Samuel chapter 23, verse 20.
2 Samuel's what?
Chapter 23 and verse 20.
Just check it in Hebrew real quick. Benaiah is... I could be wrong. Let's see here. Great egg. Okay, no. Right. Benaiah, right? Which is, right. So Benaiah is built, and Yah is the Most High. So Yahweh has built up.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got this guy Benaiah.
You put that Yah at the end, then it's denoting the Most High.
Okay.
Right. Right. Yeah, Benaiah.
Benaiah. So you got this
Yeah.
Benaiah, right? He's already established. He's the son of a valiant man. So Benaiah was raised in a war home. He knows how his dad is, right? So he's dealing with this men. He's dealing with these 2 lion-like men of Moab, right? So he's very skilled at what he does. Go ahead.
Let me start at verse 20 again.
What verse is he at?
Verse 21.
2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 21. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff.
Right, and the reason why we're hitting these individual Benaiah, as we see further along, this is a military man. This is what the Most High put over Israel. Military-minded, strong men, going into the specific details of what they were destroying, what they were fighting up against. Keep reading.
And plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear.
That's a bad man. Plucking the spear out of his hand.
He went down to meet him with the staff, but he took that man's spear.
Hit him with that.
He hit him with the thing, and they got the thing.
Right.
But no, he came in and put in work. This is, I like how you pointed that out. This is a man showing, this is the mind state of how the Most High wants his nation dealt with. Because he wants to have these type of like-minded men in rulership in a position of authority to watch out for the younger Israelites coming up.
Right.
That's really important.
So Israel this warlike state of mind, these watchmen. But you got to know that also, man, these men had to have wisdom. Right? Because as you go through it, and we don't got time to go through all of them, but even from Samuel being a priest, he was a warrior. Right? Go back to Elisha. He was a warrior. Elijah was a warrior. These guys were warriors. They weren't just priests walking around, where, they put their hands on you and pray. Right. They put hands on you.
With Elijah, he was out in the field it was Elisha. He was in the field when Elijah came up. He was hurling 6 oxen with his hands. Right. By the reins. Yeah. Walking with him.
You had those old Negro hands, old slave hands, where you just it's all leather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you just
that real hands.
Yeah.
So this is the type of men, like you said, Exodus and what is it, 15:3, right? These are the warrior-like minded men that the Most High got set up. Go ahead.
Verse 22. These things did Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable.
So he had the name among 3 mighty men, meaning that these brothers were rolling together. They were rolling together in unity. But he had a name amongst the 3.
He stood out amongst the great.
So you got all these cats. How many was it?
You had 33, but then you had the 3.
You had it was 40, right?
Yeah.
It was a total of 40. Mighty men. We get that number right, but you look at the mighty, like you were already acknowledged amongst the top 3. So you must have been cold, right?
A lot of great men, right?
They were going over the other day in class, yesterday in class, about the sword cleaving, cleaving to his hand. I was listening to that. Who was that again? Where the sword cleaved to his hand.
Yeah, 37.
37, right. I don't know how. Yeah, 37 mighty men. But you see, man, how Israel was really invested in being the help, the body, the strength to their nation. You know what? It's like Americans now. It's like Americans now, man. You look at these Navy SEALs, right? They're gung-ho.
Eleazar.
Right.
Eleazar was the one with the sword.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you look at these Americans now about, and how they put in, how they dedicate themselves, and how they die for this country, you got to imagine how we were zealous, too, for our nation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I ain't going to be zealous for this nation, so they ain't no zeal.
Not no more.
Right. They ain't going to be no zeal to fight for this nation or die for this wicked nation.
Right.
So, but I get it. This is what they believe in. This is their nation. They believe in it. Majority of people in the military, from what I see, the images they put up is majority Caucasians. Am I wrong?
Definitely a lot of Caucasians, but then you have a lot of our people as
immigrants.
Well. But definitely a lot of immigrants, because they give them. Technically, they're not even green card holders. They have their green cards, but they don't have their what do they call it? Your citizenship.
Your citizenship.
A lot of them come in the military without that, but
trying to get the citizenship.
Yeah, that's kind of a way to get them. But a lot of foreigners. But
I was looking at the graduation. The graduation, they were saluting in everybody from the Air Force, and when they panned that, to me it was like 90% Edomites.
Well, see, the Air Force, you have to have a higher score to actually get in. Now,
you have to be a little bit more of a thinker.
Right. I'm not saying Judah, is not intelligent, but just on some aspects of the test, you have more Edomites that get in. There's Judah there, but you have more Edomites.
But my point is that they love it.
Right.
They die for this country. They go out and lose limbs for it. So we were doing that back in the ancient days.
Right.
These were the type of men that David had around him, right? And that was running the kingdom and kept the kingdom in order.
Same like-minded men. Because when you look, it started with David when he was a kid.
Right.
When he slayed Goliath. He came with that same mentality, that warlike spirit, and that's what the Most High loved and put him in a position of authority.
The quality that the brothers bringing out in the scriptures is that look out for my brother's spirit.
Right.
I'm looking out for my nation. And I'll say it again, even though America's garbage. That's how America is. America, bro. When I look at them, I be laughing, bro. I be like, wow.
Yeah, they're patriotic too.
Yeah, they're real patriotic. You know what I mean? They really believe in, they believe in the ideas of this country, and they should. It's their nation. They should. You know what I mean? They believe in the lies. They believe in Trump. Like go look at all these cats marching and everything. They believe that Trump liberated them.
Yep.
You know, like, man, I'm glad we got somebody in the office like Trump, because that's how they believe. You know, we got to believe the same way. We got to have that same vigor and life to us as we become these watchers, that same zeal and strength within us. Go ahead.
Keep reading.
2 Samuel chapter 23 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
He was more honorable than the 30.
Right. Go ahead.
But he attained not to the first 3.
Oh.
And David set him over his guard.
It's showing that, but David set him over his guard. So not only did the house of Israel have guards set up, but even David the king, he had to have guard around him to do what? To guard, to warn, to just let him know. Listen. I wouldn't move this route. I heard that the Philistines are coming this way. We're gonna move a different way. But showing just about these men were very articulate, very sharp. They weren't lazy. You know, these men were watching out for Israel as well as the king. Go to Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 2. Ezekiel 33 and verse 2, just to go a little bit more in detail of what the watchmen were doing, especially when it came to their duties, when it came to dealing with watching over Israel. You know, because as we look at it, even in our life, we never really had homies that looked out for us. No. You know, I thought about it today. I'm like, think back on your life about friends, let's say even family, that really looked out and told you about things that you might encounter, dangers that you may encounter.
Yeah.
A lot of times, it could be like my father. Well, you got to learn the hard way. I'm going to let you just go through it. But that's not really the right way to go. That's why the Most High had watchmen. We're going to make sure that we avoid danger by all means. We're going to have men that's looking out and that's loving and making sure that the nation's good. Read where you at?
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
Yeah, set him for a watchman. Read.
Verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
And that's what this watchman was going to do. He was going to make sure that he was looking and making sure if he seen danger. And if he saw something, what'd he do? He blew the trumpet. Listen, I seen something. I heard something. Right. Let me get this off. This is what I heard. This it don't sound right. It might be harmful. Let me get this off. Why? Because it may affect more than what you think. It may be something minute, but he said when you see a sword coming to the land, blow that trumpet.
Right. What were you doing sitting at that gate? You were just waiting.
Right.
You were just patient and waiting. But your job was one of the most important jobs. Right. But how much zeal did you put into that? How much desire, love, dedication did you put into that? It goes back to what the military teaches out these Americans. They teach them what? Shine those shoes up. Yep. No, brother, ain't shine. Look, you ain't doing this right. I don't see your face in this. Where's your creases at? Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Where
your clothes ain't folded right.
Your clothes right.
You're going through your rack. Your clothes ain't folded right.
Yeah, look. There's no discipline. There's no order about you. Yeah. So when you come in, you gotta establish that mind within the military that these are the qualities we want in you. Right. Same thing with the Most High. They want those qualities of love, brotherhood. Yep. Right. It's not about I've been assigned. Like you said, when you first went in the military, you were looking to be assigned what?
You talking about job?
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually SWIC.
Right, and then, but they put you where?
As a corpsman.
Right,
yeah,
so
SWIC is special warfare that brings the SEALs in, but yeah, I was.
They was like, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
You gonna be a corpsman, right? Yeah. But you know, now you had to do your best in the Corps.
Right.
You were the diligent corpsman. Yeah. Right, especially for the ones that love these ideas. You know, they go full fledged. And if the truth ain't came to you. If it didn't wake you up, you would be what?
A recon corpsman.
Right. You would have been
a recon corpsman.
You would have been. Yeah. You would have been dedicated and giving yourself all the way till you give it. You know what I mean? Because you were what?
Dedicated.
Holding the line.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was at the watchman.
You're right. The watchman, man. Go ahead.
You read it?
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
And even with this, it's just showing about this man, this watchman, already warned somebody. He warned them, but what was this individual not doing? They weren't taking heed to the warning that was being given.
Yeah.
And because this person heard the alarm, heard the trump, heard the danger call out, they didn't want to move. Their own blood was upon themselves. You can't blame it on nobody else.
Now, one thing you look at the watchmen, when you look at the watchmen, they were in a high tower. They were in a tower that can oversee far enough. So if I'm in the garrison, right, overseeing the city, and being able, my observation of what is going on is way different than yours. And this is where we're going to get into the spiritual part of this as we go further into this topic in 40 minutes. But the scriptures is showing that there's certain men that has a wider observation of what is going on, right? Through experience, through leadership, through messing up in the experience. And that's why the Most High got them there. They worked, they built to get there, and now they can see a little more with a wider circumference. You coming in, you're not going to be able to see all that well. Doesn't mean you're you're whack person. Doesn't mean you're garbage. It just means that you just are barely knowing. You're barely learning.
And what I like about with that too is that a lot is you just haven't been in the battle nor trained because your senses haven't been exercised enough to understand, see what danger might look like.
Right.
Because again, a lot of danger, they look sweet. You get that nice little sweet pea, or was that one movie, The Devil in the Blue Dress? Come on, it was Sweet Edomite, right?
Right.
They loved her.
That was
But
Stacey Dash, right? Yeah.
no, that's Stacey Dash.
Oh.
That's not older movie. Denzel.
yeah.
Denzel Washington. But just showing that we may look at something, it may not look dangerous, but from another more mature, longer perspective, they're like, nah, man, that right there, these attributes, the way that they're moving, they're talking, you might want to stay away.
It's like a child dealing with the parents. Every time my parents told me in the past, like, you know, I'm going to use me, but for me it was a little bit of different, all right? But you know how your parents tell you something and then you be like, well, in your mind you're like, well, you just don't want to let me breathe. But it's like, no, you don't have enough life or maturity or living to understand that I'm looking all the way past what the hell you see.
Right.
And a lot of children don't understand that. And coming into the truth, it's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of the same way. Yeah, you're grown. Yeah, you've been through a lot of things in life. But there's certain things in the spirit that you can't see far ahead because your senses are not exercised.
Right. Like,
So the Most High got the watchman there for you.
like the scripture says, take no matter small or light. An experienced watchman understands that. But when you're coming in and you're new, you're not going to understand that.
No.
You take, like he said, you take what you might consider light. A watchman's going to say, you know what, that's danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep reading.
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Right? Warning shall deliver his soul. If you listen and hearken, that warning, it's going to deliver you. It's going to save you. Come on.
Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet,
See, but there goes another responsibility on the watchman.
Yeah.
If the watchman see the sword coming and don't say nothing,
Right.
you know, we do it a lot though. Or we've learned this way. Again, we're not going to tell on nobody. We're gonna keep silent.
Yeah.
Nah, Israel wasn't about that. Israel was like, nah, we finna call all foul moves out.
Right, and then now the watchman sometimes gets discouraged because it's like me and Quatazat were talking today. You start telling people things, and then it's like, okay, watch out for him because he's the one that is constantly correcting me. He's the one that's constantly telling me, not understanding that. Wait a minute. This watchman has a explicit commandment.
You got a job.
Well, you got a job to uphold.
Yeah, so you're like in betwixt. You're like, really? I gotta say something again? This nigga, just let it happen. Just let it happen. But the Most High is like, no. That's why I put you there.
Right.
I put you there to say something. But we're like, yeah, but I'm doing your job, but that person don't want to hear this. but you still got to do the job.
You have to.
You gotta warn.
Yeah.
You got to warn.
You have to.
Right? So you guys got to see the dynamic of this idea of the watchman that, yeah, brothers, a lot of times brothers don't want to tell you. It's like, damn, I got to tell this person again. They hard-headed, stiff-necked, stubborn, rebellious, but they still got to do the job. Even though when you don't like them, even though you don't like, well, I don't like this brother, I don't like how he came to me with this. Yeah, but he still got to do his job. Commandment from the Lord. So who does he listen to? We ought to obey what?
Man rather than God. Or God rather than man.
God rather than men.
A lot of times they do obey man rather than God. Right? But we supposed to obey the Most High rather than men. So that's what the real watchmen are going to do. Go ahead.
Keep reading.
And the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity.
Right. So it's like he said, who set you a Lord over us? Right? That's what he told Moses.
Okay.
Right? Who set you a Lord over us? Because they're like, who gave you the right to care? Who gave you the, and that's the perspective. It's like, who gave you the right to care, brother? Like, nobody asked you to care. That's the mind of Israel. Like, nigga, nobody asked you to care about me. It's like, well, actually, the Most High did. The Most High asked me to care about you. He gave me strict commandment to care about you and gave me strict rules on how to. So these are the things that really we don't see, and a lot of times you don't like it. Right? They didn't like Moses standing up for him.
That's why the Most High said to go to Ezekiel 2 and 5 real quick.
Sorry.
Ezekiel 2 in verse 5. Ezekiel 2 in verse 5. In this, it doesn't stop the watchman's job. It doesn't stop it. Ezekiel 2 and 5.
Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 5.
And that's why I love the Bible, because it gives you the understanding of what you're gonna do and what's gonna happen whenever you do it. It's gonna give you all outcomes. And this is one of the outcomes that might have came up and most likely would come up at a watchman. And that's for men and women. Not only just for men, women as well. Read where you at.
Verse 5.
Yep.
And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
See, it's either they're gonna hear or forbear. You still have to let that be known. You have to still show them the dangers that you see that's coming up upon them that they might not see. They don't see at the corner of their eye. They just look straight. They can't look. What's the what is it? The peripheral. What is it? Peripheral. Peripheral. Yeah, they don't know how to look out of the peripheral. You know, they only can look forward.
They only got tunnel vision.
Or they can't look in the mirror and look behind them because I'm on that. You look in the mirror, but you looking behind you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. But there's levels to it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be sharp. But read.
For they are a rebellious house.
See, Israel's rebellious. That's why the Most High said they're going to either hear or forbear. But as long as you say it, that blood is off your hands. When it came to this watchman.
And at the same time, he's letting you know the mind state of that they're already going to come in. Yep. So he's already giving you the blueprint. Like, okay, listen, I need you to do this job, but they're already going to be like this. So never mind that. You keep doing your job.
Come. Keep reading.
Yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Yeah. See, but the Most High sent these prophets, these watchmen, to warn Israel. Go jump from there. Go to Ephesians 6. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Because just for the sake of the class, the time, you know, we knew that we had a physical army. We had a physical army when it dealt with David, when it dealt with Samuel. These were mighty men. And we're mighty as well. But I don't think that we're sitting over here cleaving with a knife in our hand. You know what I'm saying? Going to work on our enemies. There's a new military. There's a new spiritual military, as we're going to see. Read where you at.
Ephesians chapter 5 verse 6.
6 and verse 10.
Come. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.
Yeah, be strong in the Lord. Come on.
And in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God.
Yeah, put on the whole armor of the Most High. Now, we're still getting battled up. I mean, we're still getting girded up with the armor, but we're not putting on physical armor.
No.
Right? We're not putting on, we ain't got the sword that was taken from Goliath, you know? No, the Most High said put on your spiritual armor, because now this is a new spiritual military that we're in. Read.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And that's what what it's about. That you may stand up against the wiles of the devil. Give me Yeah, stand up against the wiles of the devil, because why? The devil's our enemy. So he might be coming all different types of ways. Read.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Yeah, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Come on.
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
See, back then, yeah, they still had those dark powers, but they had enemies coming forth at them that you can see. But now, we got enemies that you can't see. Like Trump said. Trump got an enemy on the back of their neck, the invisible virus. But the Most High is showing us that, listen, our weapons of our warfare is not carnal, man. The Most High said, gird yourself up, because this is a spiritual battle.
Right.
And our people definitely aren't discerned when it comes to understanding spirituality. A lot of times we're just going straight head forth. Keep reading.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yes, spiritual wickedness in high places. This wickedness that most people probably haven't really recognized to understand that is wickedness.
Right.
That this spirit that's coming around, that's agitating you, that's having you out of your wits, that's not a righteous spirit, brother. That's the evil spirit, but we're dealing with principalities in high places. Keep reading.
Verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
That's why the Most High said, take on the whole armor. Take on the whole armor of the Most High, the whole understanding.
Right.
That's why he gave us his book. That's why he gave us the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. To protect you, to keep you moving in the right spirit. We're in this new spiritual army. Read.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Come on, be able to stand. Be able to fight those battles. To be able to understand and recognize what this enemy might be. To even warn a brother.
Right, and that one of the tools are understanding who you have at your service. Right, you have these watchmen at your service. And they're there to warn you, to help you. Right? How do I look at that watchman? Is he a burden? He's in the tower. You know what I mean? He's in the tower up there. He's looking before you even see. So how do you deal with that watchman? You got to watch it, because if you deal like in the ancient days, what happened to the prophets? They were stoned. They were killed. Right? Because the people didn't want to hear. They didn't want to listen. Right? Go ahead. I know we got time. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God.
Right.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Right. Be able to stand in the evil day. Read.
And having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Right, the breastplate of righteousness. You know, and this is going into we still have watchmen of Israel, man. And, you know, going into it, that we are the watchmen of Israel. The Most High has called us. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 24. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 24. The Most High has called us to still be in this stead of the watchmen. Because it's a whole different level now. Now, we got to be more particular in what we're looking at. And what we're watching for. Read.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Faithful is he that calleth you.
Yes, faithful is he. The Most High is faithful that calleth you. And he calls you to be a watchman. He calls you to be an individual to look for the betterment of your people, for all dangers. Read.
Who also will do it.
Yeah, who also will do it. 2 Timothy 2 and 4. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 4. Just showing you that this watchman, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. We're still doing the same duty.
Yeah, now it's just spiritual. Now we're looking out. Now you got the watchman that's looking out for your spirit, for your well-being.
Yeah.
For you, for your growth and your maturity as a Hebrew Israelite.
God. And I like that, because even from the last class was dealing with that Hebrews 12 and 11. It says that the present chastising is not joyous but grievous. But that chastisement comes from this watchman showing you a better way to look at things and to understand, so that you can understand what is evil, what's good, what's the best outcome when I make these moves, what's not. Those watchmen were there for a reason. We are here for a reason. We are ordained. Read where you at.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4.
Go ahead.
No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Yeah, why were these watchmen not entangling themselves with this life? Because they had to have their antennas up.
So you know what that means? They were putting away all things that of forms of distractions, so they could stay focused, and so they could stay vigilantly watching what need for any like dangers and alerts. You know.
Read.
So,
That he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah, he chose him to be a soldier. Just showing that we're still in this soldier mentality. We're still in this alertness mentality when dealing with the watchmen and looking over Israel, looking for Israel. Go to Acts. Acts chapter 20 and verse 28. But then the question rises up is that what are we watching now for? What is these watchmen? Since we're in a spiritual battle, what are we watching for? How are we making sure that Israel as a whole is okay? The body that we're with, the body that the Most High put us amongst, put us with, how are we watching for their well-being?
so
Because the scriptures is going to show that we have to be watching out for certain people, certain spirits,
right,
certain instances.
right.
You got to be alert. You got to be smart.
Yeah.
No, you said exactly what I was gonna say.
Right?
That's right.
Acts chapter 20.
Acts chapter 20 and verse 28.
Go ahead.
Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock.
Yeah, it says, take heed unto all the flock. What that means is that be diligent and understand what's around you.
Yeah.
What the Most High has blessed you with.
Right.
The brothers, the sisters, the children. Because we see how America is. America is filthy. They're ready to touch on you and defile you.
Right.
And to destroy that pure spirit that you have within you.
Right. Now, as we're going into this point, we're showing that first of all, the scriptures say flock. The scriptures say be diligent to know. Right? We got to say that because when this is being done, it's almost like you got new people that don't understand why brothers do what they do because of this. Like I'll say it again. Like me and Quatazal were talking. It's not about having power over anything. It's about knowing what is finna come in, knowing what's already around you. This brother got a smoking problem. This brother beats his rib. This sister's out of order and disgruntled. Right? Okay. So you got these issues. You got these problems.
Right.
But now the smoker that just came in, just still battling, is new. No condemnation there. We're dealing with his spirit, trying to check him out. You got to put it away, right? Dealing with the other brother, dealing with the sister. But the brother that's smoking, could he hang around with the other brother that's smoking that just came in the door?
No.
So it would look like, oh well, Ayak, what are y'all trying to do? You're trying to stop me from hanging around with brothers. Yes, we are, because if you don't know your flock, what you're going to talk about with this guy is going to entertain him to keep smoking cigarettes.
Y'all both got that same disease.
You've got the same disease. You got the same illness. The watchman sees other things that are not being seen as you come in. So you come in these doors, you come in these schools, and you don't know that what's going on with the guy over here or with the sister over there. You don't know that. But the ones that are there know that.
Right.
That constantly are looking, constantly observing,
Right.
and understanding. Again, it's like any animal. You wouldn't put a sick animal with a new animal to the flock. What you gonna do? You're gonna separate it. Let's get this sick animal a little bit better.
Right.
Let's feed him like this. Let's nourish him. Let's make sure he's good. So then what can happen now? Now there's not gonna be no dropping off of illnesses and diseases.
Right.
Because when you look at it, the body is a hospital, man.
The understanding of the watchman, this is what is going to clarify your mind on why we tell brothers, listen, don't go hang around with that bro. Why? Because he needs something different. He needs a little bit more help. He don't need you to try to pull him back into drinking and going out, right? He needs to be with this officer. This officer is going to pull him and strengthen him, right? Sister, we can't put two loud, disgruntled sisters together,
No.
right? Then what's going to happen?
Chaos.
Then the third sister that's learning from them is going to be what?
Just like them.
Loud and disgruntled. But the only ones that are seeing this is the watchmen. Go to 2 Peter 2. verse 5 or 5 and 2? 2 Peter's, you don't got it here. Be diligent to the Lord. No, I say that. Read that. Where we at?
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2.
Right. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2. Feed the flock of God, which is among you,
Right.
taking the oversight thereof.
I'm going to say it again. The scriptures is using the name flock. Why? Because it's trying to show you how the flock, the sheep, are constantly, things are going to try to constantly take advantage of them. The Bible says that when the seed is sown, then the wicked one cometh and taketh away what is sown in his heart. So that means that already Satan is on your tail when you get the knowledge and you get the truth. So somebody has to be looking out for the body, right? And that means that, yeah, don't hang around with that person. Yeah, you know what? Nah, bro, that brother doesn't need that. He needs study time. He don't need drink out time. Hey, we're going to go have a drink. This brother's problem is drinking. Why would you go help him further his problem? So this is where that logic comes from. This knowing your flock, knowing brothers and sisters, the scripture says, know them that labor amongst you. Right? So we know this, that who's working amongst us, who has illnesses. He's got a scar behind here. He has a knee problem. Oh, she has an eye problem. This, right? You know that. Then you say, okay, well, he can't do jumping jacks because his knee problem. Right? You know the state of your flock. That way you won't go put him in a rigorous situation where he can't handle. You won't go move her in a place where she got to see everything and she only got one eye. Right? Go ahead.
Taking the oversight thereof.
Doing what?
Taking the oversight thereof.
That's what the Bible says. Be the watcher. The Most High has made us the watchmen for a reason, man. So brothers and sisters, we could be at your service to be able to show you our experience, the things that we see that you don't see. It's nothing wrong with that. But this is the problem, that a lot of brothers and sisters don't understand this watchman duty, this watchman job. So you think, oh, I'm just like you, brother. I'm a brother like you. Yes, you are. But your job ain't the watchman's job.
Right.
You don't have that duty first. See, you can't manipulate the man that is watching the shepherd out of taking care of the sheep, because you're doing you a disservice. You got to let that man, that brother, do the service of the Most High and be that watchman and warn you. Now, it's up to you to take heed and not. The watchmen, we know this. This is one thing I warn all the watchmen and women, right? Because there's sisters that watch too, that look out for sisters also. I remind them that, remember, this is not force. You can only tell the person, hey, we got a mile coming away. We got the military of such and such coming a mile away. Oh, man, you tripping, bruh. I'm going to go back and do what I got to do. All right, they'll be here in a day or so. Right? It's only on them. The watchmen tend to get angry and upset because nobody's listening.
Right.
I'm like, I did my job. We told you.
The blood's off
my hand. Now, I love you, but it's got to be a balanced level of how much love you put into this, because what happens is there'll be people that don't respect the watchmen. There'll be Israelites that don't respect the care and love. They think it's restraint. They think it's what? Lordship? When the Most High is like, but that dynamic is there. Watch. Check this out. Go ahead.
Not by constraint.
Not by what?
Constraint.
So you can't be put in the situation of a watchman through force, right? And then we can't force nobody. Now we know it's talking about the latter. You know, the watchman can't be forced to watch.
Right.
This is a duty that's got to be in you. It tells you that about, it's in Hebrews, about having compassion on the ignorance. Yeah. That's got to be in you, right? Go ahead.
not by constraint, but willingly.
But what?
Willingly.
See, but willingly you become the watchman. You become the watchman because you care about the souls. So throw out of your vocabulary, well, I didn't want to say nothing because they ain't going to like me. I'm always the bad guy. What are you in the 3rd grade?
Right.
Who the hell says that?
3rd grade.
What are you in the 3rd grade? Like,
You worry about your feelings too
like,
much.
yeah, it was like, well, I didn't want to say nothing because they always look at me as the bad person. So, that, we're telling you, the Bible is telling you that they're going to do that. Go to them, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah. They will not hear you. They're not going to listen.
Yeah.
But for the ones that do and will listen, this is the job of the watchman to watch out for the flock. Go ahead.
Not for filthy lucre.
Right. Not because you want finances, gain. It can't be over that. This is the ideas that we all have to embody within us. It can't be because I'm looking forward to getting something from this individual. Right? Go ahead.
But of a ready mind.
Shalom. But of a what?
Of a ready mind.
But of a ready mind. Meaning ready and willing.
Right.
Because the job of the watchman, everybody's not going to do. Everybody's not up on that tower. Right?
Yeah, some people,
They're not willing to do it. Right? Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 3.
It says, but of a willing mind. So this is what spirit is in us. We're willing. The Most High got us in the position. We got years to speak. We got experience to speak. Still, that means it's up to you to listen or not. You can take that wisdom or not. Go ahead.
Neither as being lords over God's heritage.
So he's showing us how to do it, how we're going to do it. It ain't about being lords. So it ain't about being a lord over you. It's about, are you doing the will of the Most High? You know, when you get into that lordship, when you try to force the course of this brother or sister.
right.
You know what I mean? Some of them like ass whoopings. Feel free. Go get ass whooping then. Right?
Right.
Some of our people like it the hard way. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, bro, but I'm going to do it this way. I did my job. The blood is not on me. But that's our job, to look out for your spirit. Where are we at?
Back Acts chapter 20.
Yeah, exactly. Acts 20.
Acts chapter 20, you can start at verse.
Right, go
verse
28.
Acts chapter 20, verse 28. Take heed, therefore, to yourselves, and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers.
Right, so the Most High he said, not lords, but you're still an overseer. Right? You're able to look over the tower and be like, hey, watch out behind you.
Yeah, when you look at it, you think about it, just about the flock, the shepherds, they were just making sure that they were safe. Making sure that you're safe, that you're eating good, you're getting healthy. It had nothing about, I'm going to have you run 5 miles this way. No, I'm making sure that nothing is going to harm you.
Right.
You know, so it had nothing to do with kind of, like you said, lordship.
And when you come to the realization of the truth, are you one planet, one water, if the Most High give the increase? Stop trying to give the increase. All we can do is water.
Right.
Water,
right? Or plant. That's all you can do is plant the seed, and you can water. And don't get mad about the water. Don't get mad that how much water you got to pour on it. Just water. Shut the hell up and water. That's a T-shirt, right? Shut the hell up and water, right? But you know that's the thing, that's us doing our job, right? Go ahead, read on.
To feed the church of God.
Go ahead, to do what?
To feed the church of God.
That should be our intentions. Go ahead.
Which he had purchased with his own blood.
Right. Go ahead.
For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you.
And this is what y'all got to understand, man, that this is the reason the watchman is there is because there's wolves. There's many brothers, sisters that come in that their motives are not correct.
Not sincere, pure.
Their motives are not sincere. Their motives are not pure.
No, they got ulterior motives.
Yeah, they're you know, you get them online, you get these people, and not saying us, right, that already know who we are and all that, but you get people that ask you questions. They're loaded though, loaded questions, right?
Yeah.
There's people like that. Y'all know that. Everybody's not sincere. Everybody's really not. Some people are on the Israelite fad. Some people are just on a high. One minute you will see them, and the next minute they will be gone. Right? Check this out. And I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but I am going to say this. Everybody you see on the quarantine coming to class, I want y'all to look around. Everybody you see in that quarantine coming to class, guarantee you, after the quarantine is over, you will not see a lot of them. Why? Because Israel loves the hype. Mm-hmm. Our people are, they want to get hyped over the wrong things, right? And they don't deal with a lot of sincerity. A lot of it, I'm sorry, but they're not going to be there. So a lot of them, when they come in, their intentions aren't, hey, I got a cigarette demon on me. Let me, or I got this spirit on me. Let me watch so I won't throw it on this other person, right? They're not thinking on that level. They're thinking, man, I just want to rap to somebody, not knowing they finna spit these spirits in this young brother's ear. This sister is finna. How many sisters we have done that? She get with another sister, right? It'd be two new sisters. They come into school. The young sister get with another sister that got demons on her, and they both be gone. Why? Because they were talking about this brother's household and what they doing behind the doors and why brothers be doing this, and they both went right back into niggerism. Right? They both went right back into that madness, and what? Boom, they're gone right back into the world. Right. Those are the wolves. Watch. What it said, I know, read on and give me Philippians.
Verse 29.
1 and 15. Go ahead.
For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you.
Go ahead.
Not sparing the flock.
They don't give a damn. They don't care.
And I like it because a lot of times they come in smiling and you think good conversation.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that their weakness and your weakness connect.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. Your little energy, your weak mind and the things that you're dealing with, that person's dealing with the same thing. So it's like we're gonna both come together and talk about it and feel better. But in actuality, it don't say weakness and weakness strengthens each other. It says iron sharpeneth iron.
Right.
You know, so that what you think in your mind, just because he seems cool, you better watch out.
Right. And once again, we go as far as trying to explain to you why. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some other schools is just like, nah, don't go online with no other body else. Don't do this. Don't go in no chat with them. Go. And I see why though. Right. Because what they're trying to do is spare the flock from getting double-minded, confused. Watch, read that. Where is it at?
Philippians chapter 1 and verse 15.
Right.
Some indeed preach Christ, even of envy and strife.
Yeah, because you got how many brothers and sisters have adopted that idea of envy and strife?
A lot.
Because when the wolves came in, they're not caring about the flock.
No.
They're not caring about your spirit, bro. They just caring to add tribulation unto you, pain unto you.
Yeah, a lot of brothers got past unresolved issues that they didn't take care of beforehand. So now you're coming back.
Hold on. It's called Israelite PTSD.
Israelite PTSD, man. You know, but a lot of brothers and sisters they come with issues, and it's sad because a lot of our brothers and sisters are pure.
Right.
See, and that's where the watchman comes in at, because a lot of our new sisters and new brothers' minds are pure, not knowing that people literally think like this.
Yeah.
That they have this demonic and this ulterior motive.
Right.
Their conscience is skewed.
Yeah.
So all they want to see is hurt. And they may come off as, again, oh, how you doing, Shalom, brother?
Right. I mean, for instance, y'all seen in the chat the other day, the sister got on in the middle of class, didn't really know what the hell we were talking about.
Right.
Getting this idea of preconceived notions, right? Ain't even judging right according to the Bible. The scriptures say hear the whole matter before you make a judgment. But she already made a judgment based on what she wanted to, because there's something hurting in her. Some Israelite knucklehead probably was a super Israelite, put on his cape, he forced the Bible down her throat, right? And she probably was like, man, you niggas is too much. And she's not giving nobody a chance, nor is she giving and listening to the word anymore. Because if she was, then she would know that heresies would come in. So this is the wolves. That's the wolves. That's what we're looking out for. We're seeing, like you said, sincere brothers and sisters, man, and then they're trying to latch over to this brother and that sister. It's like, nah, bro. Nah, y'all don't hang around together with each other because this brother got these problems. And you got to do it with enough of class without saying, hey, this brother just told me the other day he wanted to go shoot somebody up. You know what I mean? You would never know that. But we do. Mm-hmm. You understand? Oh, hey, this sister the other day, she just said she wanted to commit suicide. But she's hanging around with young sisters? Right. What the hell? Where y'all? Y'all are so worldly. Yeah. You're so worldly that you think that can happen. And y'all just sit around and listen to Megan Thee Stallion and drink a cup of wine and say, yeah, girl, and flop your hands all day.
Yeah, not knowing that spirit jumps like frogs.
Yeah, they do.
And you will be engulfed in that mentality, man.
This is why the watchmen are there to warn y'all, to show you, like, hey, listen, look at the scriptures. It's saying for us to do that, there's grievous wolves. You guys got to understand why brothers warn you. I wouldn't mess with that. I'll leave that alone. Think about where your mind and state is at right now. Take this in mind. Think about how much you wanted to flip-flop within the last month. I mean, you judge for yourself. Think about how you wanted to just flip-flop. 1 minute you believe that, next minute you believe that. You unsure, you unfake. Think about that. I don't care. I have yet to have a flip-flop. 1 minute I'm sitting here and be like, man, I'm not sure about this, what I'm doing here no more. But that's entered in brothers and sisters. No judgment. It's just, y'all got to come to reality to be able to say, nah, you know what? I get it. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that got issues that you don't know about. And the only ones that's going to be able to help out is the ones looking and overseeing and saying, hey, that's not good for you. Keep in mind, hey, bro, hands up, don't shoot. I would leave that alone. And you take the advice, you take the wisdom, because they are looking out for your soul. Come on, read Philippians, finish that.
It says, some indeed preach Christ, even of envy and strife.
Right.
And some also of goodwill.
Right, because that is out there. It's both sides out there. Goodwill, some brothers are trying to do it right. Some brothers don't give a damn.
Nope. And even think about it, because dealing with even the Israelite movement to spirituality, you got a lot of agents out there, man. A lot of negativity where they want to see this fall down. Mm-hmm. It's not, but you just don't know who you're dealing with. That's why you always should question, counsel, and understand what you're dealing with.
Right. Yeah. Right. Israelite PTSD. Go to 2 Timothy's 3 and 13. Finish where you're at, Ak and Acts.
Acts chapter.
Grievous wolves, come on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you.
Go ahead.
Not sparing the flock.
And what?
Not sparing the flock.
They don't spare, brothers. People that come in, they don't know how to spare. All they're doing is moving off of a worldly mentality. Yeah. This is what we accept. This is what we're here for. A lot of y'all don't get that. A lot of brothers and sisters don't get that. We're supposed to accept them in. There's no judgment on that. Come on in. I know you're sick. Look at your face. Look at your eyes. Look at your heart. Look at your spirit. You're dirty as hell. Yahweh Shai forgives you. Let's change. It don't happen right away. So they bring these demons in, and then you want to sit there. You're weak-minded. You're double-minded. You're unfaithful. You join up, and then y'all both double-mindedness destroys each other. It wasn't intentional, but it was what? But it happened. Mm-hmm. But it happened, right? Mm-hmm. Read that. 2 Thessalonians 3 and 13.
I thought you said
2 Timothy, sorry. 3 verse 13.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
They should do what?
But evil men and seducers.
Right, seducers. Let's not just talk about witches. Let's talking about men, brothers, sisters that got seducing or real good. We had a brother back in the past, man, that he really can become your friend. He know how to be your friend. But while he was being your friend, He was teaching you to drink before class. He was teaching you to drink at work. You know what I mean? It's like, brother, nobody's drinking at work, brother. You can do that with Esau, but when you come amongst brothers, ain't nobody drinking at work. What the hell? He was your brother. He'll take you to the movies. You know what I mean? Hey, Ak, you need this? Gift destroyeth the heart. He'll buy you this, buy you that. But then you know how many brothers he got weak through that? Oh, that's a real brother. Not knowing, dummy, that a gift destroyeth the heart. He ain't looking out for your spirit because he dragged you right back to the weak and beggarly elements. It's our job to look out for that. Some do it intentionally. Some seducers do it intentionally. Some do it through ignorance, not understanding how volatile they are. They don't understand it, man. Man, I just want someone to rap to. Bro, but you want someone to rap to? Go to Ecclesiastes 6:36. Ecclesiastes 6:36. Read that. Right? But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Bruh, you sick. Sister, you're sick. It's okay. I gotta say it that way too, because us acknowledging you're sick, we know you're sick. You know you're sick. But y'all think y'all can play around with these sick spirits. He said it earlier. The scripture says spirits jump like frogs.
And just on that point, just on that spirits, 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1, just to show what kind of spirits these are, to give you more specific attributes of what people have when they come on, when they come into the fold, when they come into the body, come into the school.
Right.
Read where you at.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. Right. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Come on.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
And that's what it is. A lot of men and women are lovers of their own selves. So a lot of times we have this good outlook on them, but they love their own selves. They love what they want. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about your family. They're not thinking about nothing else except pleasing their own flesh. Read.
Covetous.
Yeah, covetous. And these are attributes that they have on them that needs to be eradicated. That's why Christ said, cleanse the lepers, heal the sick, take away demons, because our people are filthy. Read.
Boasters.
Boasters.
Proud.
Come on.
Blasphemers.
Blasphemers, man. They start talking things that shouldn't be coming out their mouth. That they know it's not true. Talking against an order, talking against the Most High's way, but they do it in such a way that you think that, oh man, he got a point.
It sounds smooth to him.
Right. Read.
It says disobedient to parents.
Yeah, disobedient to parents. Those that may have the reign over them. It could be even a teacher, a guide, a watchman. Read.
Unthankful.
Yeah, they're unthankful. These are the attributes that a lot of these individuals, grievous wolves, but these people with deceptive spirits. It's a deception. You think it looks nice on the outside, but inwardly, like the scripture says, they're ravaging wolves.
Right, they're unthankful, they're unholy.
Read.
It says, verse 3.
Come on.
Without natural affection.
But a lot of times, brothers and sisters want to attach to people like this, not knowing that they have these issues.
Right.
Yeah, that nice edge up that he got, them nice braids. You know what I'm saying? That sister's curly hair, man, she don't look like she got these issues. But deep down and within her, oh, she is blacker than pitch. Read.
Truce breakers.
Yeah, truce breakers, come on.
False accusers.
False accusers.
Incontinent.
Incontinent, come on.
Fierce.
Yeah, but these are the attributes that some people have, and people lock on to those weak examples. Go to Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 36.
And I'm going to say this again for all the ones that, we're all sick. All right, you got to say that, because no, I'm not better than you. All right, we got to do the disclaimer. Nobody's saying we're better than you, but we are going to give you that heat and be able to tell you what the word says. And it's here for a reason. Y'all can't be naive. All these spirits be jumping like frogs. The blaspheming spirit, the double-minded spirit, that jump like frogs. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just deal, because you're the watcher, and then you get like put on blast, or you feel like you have brought it up about a certain way when you're delivering like the message. You know
right.
What I mean? And when you break it down, I hate to use the word, but Esau uses it all the time. A watcher, he's patriotic for his nation. You know what I
Right.
mean? When you look at Moses, you look at the prophets before.
Yeah.
They did it out of a sincere love for their nation, because it's not for anybody's gain of a position of authority
or detriment, or it's not for your failing.
Yeah,
for you to fail.
It's like, I want to be in the kingdom. I want you to be in the kingdom with me.
Right.
Bro, let me help you.
Right. No, I don't want your help, bro. I'm cool with that. Bro, every man's gonna seek out his own soul salvation. But that's why the watcher.
Right.
See, they throw scripts like, well, every man seek out his own soul salvation. Don't put trust in man. That's not what that means.
No, it's not.
Because if that's the case, why we got unity? Why we got brotherhood? Why is saying take the oversight of the flock? Right?
Who gave you that cup of water?
Right. Who gave you that? Like, I heard that the other day. I'm like, what? But this is what's going on, and we gotta understand why it's going on, because these grievous wolves are meant to destroy your spirit. They're meant to break you up, and it might not even be them. It might just be Satan working through them. Right? Go ahead. Where we at?
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 36.
This is who you hang around with. Go ahead.
And if thou seest a man of understanding,
Right?
get thee betimes unto him.
We're going to say this a million times, and you know what? I'm going to say this. You niggas ain't going to listen.
Dang.
Y'all not going to listen. If you got a problem and you need counsel, why would you go to the guy that you never see in class? I don't understand y'all. Like, you're not going to get the help. You're not going to get the help you need if you don't go through the proper, if you don't follow the commandments. Read it again.
If thou seest a man of understanding,
Uh-huh.
get thee betimes unto him.
Yeah, that's who you're supposed to go get help from. Y'all don't understand that just basic conversation, if you're paying attention to what brothers are talking about. What are they entertaining? You got to see that this brother he probably got certain issues that he's not going to help you out. Once again, I know you're in your feelings, but y'all got to see what the scriptures are saying. If all these spirits is coming from grievous wolves, then you got to be conscious of what you're entertaining. As a man, as a brother, as a grown-ass man, grown-ass woman. Right? Watch. Hold that.
This is
Go to Luke 6:39. Read on while he's getting that. Go ahead.
And let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
Yeah. And this is what we had to tell a brother the other day. You got a problem with me hanging around with brothers? No. But what we do understand is that you have issues.
right.
And just in your basic conversation with me, I can tell you don't know how to separate your issues on who to talk to. That's why you're jumping from one brother, because you're trying to figure out all this way. And the scriptures don't say that. The scriptures say have one counselor of 1,000. So you can get help. Stop looking for, I want somebody to tell me what I want to hear, and look for somebody I want somebody to tell me the truth.
Right.
These are things we got to see. Hold that, read that.
This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 39.
Right?
And he spake a parable unto them.
Uh-huh.
Can the blind lead the blind?
Right?
Shall they not both fall into a ditch?
We got to understand that if the blind cannot lead the blind. So brothers and sisters, you have to get it in your head and understand that these times, perilous times, why brothers are trying to warn you, brothers are trying to warn sisters. We try to tell y'all to stay away from certain things. Ask yourself, is it fueling the double-minded spirit within you?
Oh.
Think about that.
It does, because it's like this. You're demon cigarettes, right?
Right.
I use that because it used to be mine.
Uh-huh.
You have a smoking demon on you. And
Just
I
an
have a
analogy. I don't smoke. Go ahead.
Right.
Uh-huh.
We both have a smoking demon on us. We're not going to be profitable to each other hanging out.
No.
Trying to quit smoking.
Right.
Trying to get the demon off.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
No.
A man that has a lust spirit and then a woman that got a lust spirit, they're not going to kick that demon.
No.
If they're hanging out together.
No.
They're going to spread more lust.
Right. Somebody, good has to overcome evil.
Right. Somebody.
Strength has to overcome weakness.
Right.
So there's got to be somebody there that's strong.
So that's why you're supposed to cleave unto the man that's wise, because Why is he wise? Because he's the one who's on the podium, who's going through the scriptures, showing you your faults, and that's the man you need to stick around.
Well, he's the one. I'm going to reword that. He's the one, not only on the podium, but he's the one that's going to give you experience, give you wisdom from the scriptures, and he's the one that is walking the standard himself.
Right.
Right. Disclaimer, does it make you better than me better than you? Does it make me God and you the little minions? No, it just means that they have something else to offer.
That's it.
That's it. All right?
Right.
Where are we at?
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 36.
Go ahead.
And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him.
Right. So if the blind lead the blind, we know they're both going to fall in a ditch.
Right.
This is where these grievous wolves are coming in and how they're destroying. Right? Go to John, 10 and 11. Let's finish it up. John 10 and 11.
John chapter 10 and verse 11. Yeah, just showing that, that good watchman, that shepherd, he's going to look towards his flock, man, with wisdom.
Right.
That's why it says get be times him. Get around somebody that's been faithful. Get around somebody that's been diligent. Get around somebody that has a good name, that has a name. That's why we have examples in the Bible of our elders with their names there. Read where you at.
John chapter 10 verse 11.
Come on.
I am the good shepherd.
Read.
The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
And that's how we know a good shepherd. He gives his life for the sheep. He puts his life down of whatever he was doing, and now he's putting his focus on those around him, the brothers and sisters around him.
Exactly.
Ask yourself, if the person that you're going to, is he doing that? No, it's Gossip City. But we're going to show you what that is. Read.
Verse 12.
Come on.
But he that is an hireling.
And a hireling is an individual that's moving like he is a shepherd.
Here, I got the definition too.
Go ahead.
So we can separate what the hireling from the shepherd is.
Uh-huh.
All right. It says one who is hired, who serves for wages. So that's what a hireling is. A hireling is a person that's there for like a job. They see it as a job, a 9 to 5. I'm here to get paid.
Go ahead.
I'm here to get paid, and I'm here to get. I'm here to clock out, clock in, and clock out.
They don't. It's not from the heart.
No, they don't see the severity or the seriousness in what.
It's
the
not
work
out
that
of
you're
love.
doing. No, it's not.
It's not out of love. It's not serious.
It's for filthy lucre. It's
a lot of times it can be for filthy lucre.
It's with restraint.
A lot of times it can be FBI.
Yeah.
A lot of times it can be just, you know what? I came in, and if I don't like something, I'm gonna and it don't live to where I think, not the scriptures. Then I'm not messing with it.
Right.
And then I'm gonna, on the way out, I'm gonna take whoever I can out. That's that mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always their intention. It's the wickedness inside people.
That's the hireling.
Right?
Done.
Go ahead.
Read.
Verse 12. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd.
And not what?
And not the shepherd.
Just showing that some preach for envy, some preach for stripes, and some willingly of a willing heart.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same situation. Read.
Whose own the sheep are not.
Yeah, whose own the sheep are not. Because this hireling doesn't look at these sheep as being his.
They're not invested. The scriptures say a brother's born through adversity, right? The scriptures say how good and pleasant for brothers to dwell together in unity. They haven't partook in that yet.
Right.
They haven't partook in the unity and the brotherhood.
Time.
And so all they're doing is moving off. A lot of times, brothers and sisters, a lot of times they're moving off hurt and pain of who did this, somebody did this, who did that. Just look at Israel. That's all you see. And when I say Israel, meaning blacks and Hispanics, like, just look at them. They're moving off a lot of hurt, of pain in their mind, abuse, and then lack of trust. Mm-hmm. So when it is a time, it's like, okay, you know what? Nah. They don't refocus their mind and say, wait a minute, let me lock into the scriptures. This is what it says and how we're supposed to think and be.
Read.
Whose own the sheep are not. See the wolf coming.
Yeah, not his hireling see the wolf coming.
Yeah.
The person that you thought was your homie.
Right.
The person that you thought that you could give your problems to and talk about it, he's gonna be there for me. What happens?
And leaveth the sheep and flee.
No,
right. Right. Now, how do they leave the sheep and flee? A lot of times they flee because they can't give you the quality counsel, the quality wisdom to guide you out of that situation. because they haven't invested their heart, their mind, and their spirit. So it's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. That's why the scriptures tell us what to do. I didn't hang, bro. You think I was going to anybody but my elders? I don't know how y'all get that. Yep. When I was 15 years old, it coming to the truth, I wasn't going to another brother that was 20-something. You know what I mean? I was going.
Great men.
Hell nah. I was going to the officer 13,000. I was trying to get to the general. Back in those days, you couldn't even. You weren't stepping to generals like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was trying to go to the officers over me. I wasn't talking to the brother that I was with in the bunks with, right? Okay. I got that. You know what I mean? We rapped about things and everything, but I knew this. He was in the bunks with me. Right. You know what I mean? That I couldn't follow his example per se. I had to follow the men that were stronger than me. Mm-hmm. Right? So that means that if I needed real counsel or wisdom or understanding, I had to know who to go to. Right. I had to know that in those conversations that we were talking, that they couldn't be an influence on my thought process unless they were in the spirit. Mm-hmm. Right? But then I had to know what was in the spirit. Right? Okay. To be able to tell. Not just look, I'm going to kick it with, hey, Shalom, let me see. Not Ariah, you know what I mean? Not Zion, because they going to tell me about myself. Oh, not Shawashana, nah. She going to go off on me. Nah, let me find somebody, man, that is going to console me. Yeah. Let me find somebody, man, that is smooth words. Let me find somebody that is like me. What? Someone that doesn't know me. Or, there you go. Someone that doesn't know me. Right? Let me get someone that don't know me. Oh, look at that. The new person that just came in with a lively spirit, life. I know I can lean on their shoulder.
I want some of that life.
Hey, man, can I get your number? Yeah, you're like, yeah, we can rap, we can chill. You see what I'm saying? We can rap, we can chill. Yeah, but what happens now? All those demons that the individual was trying to get off of them when they walk in the door, they got another load because they weren't ready to handle that load. Ooh. Oh yeah. Nah, go ahead. Come on, we're losing them, man. 26 down, we're losing them.
Come on.
John chapter 10, verse 12.
Right.
But he that is an hireling,
come on,
and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not,
right,
seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep and fleeth.
Yeah, he leaveth the sheep and fleeth.
And the wolf catcheth them, and scattered the sheep.
Yeah, and scattered the sheep because the wolf did what he came to do. He came to destroy the flock. But that's why you got to have faithful, diligent, and understand who was the right example to look at. Who's the person to go to. These hirelings, these new individuals that come around, that's not the shepherd. They don't know how to properly, like the priest said, properly give you what you need. Keep reading.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling.
Because he's a what?
Because he is an hireling.
Yeah, he don't care. He don't have that genuine spirit within him. He's doing it maybe because he got what he got. He got out what he needed. He wanted a good conversation. He maybe got a little lunchtime with you, but when it came to your issues and problems, what happened? What happened whenever you needed her? She ain't know what about. They don't care. Read.
And cared not for the sheep.
Uh-huh.
I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine.
That's verse 14, right? Yeah, read that last scripture. Golly.
I am the good shepherd.
Uh-huh.
And know my sheep.
Right.
And am known of mine.
Yeah, and I am known of mine. Just showing that the Most High, Christ was saying that, listen, I know my sheep, and I'm going to take care of them. Go to Proverbs 27 and 23. God, there's a scripture I want. I should have put it in there. It's in Colossians. It talks about where you at?
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks.
Right. And
look well to thy herds.
Yeah. Be diligent to know the state of thy flock. And that's what this watchman is going to do, this shepherd. He's going to watch and make sure that he understands his flock. Know those that labor amongst you. He's going to know what's good for you. Diligent, which means continually, not half-stepping, not once a week, Not, I get a call once a month from the brother. No, the brother's going to be looking out. The sisters are going to be looking out for you. That's what the Most High told us to do. Read that again.
Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks.
Right.
And look well to thy herds.
Yeah, look well to thy herds. Jump to Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 17. Hebrews 13 and verse 17. Golly, I'm going to miss that verse. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17.
Come on.
Obey them that have rule over you.
And that's why this scripture right here, now we're starting to understand why you want to listen and adhere to what the Most High has given you. Like the scripture says in Ecclesiasticus, reverence the priest. Forsake not his ministers. Why? Because they're the watchmen. They're the shepherd that's going to be looking out for your well-being, for your spirit. Because whenever Yahweh Shai comes back, what is he going to do? Listen, did y'all make sure my sheep was cool? Did y'all attend to them? Did y'all give them what they needed? Read.
And submit yourselves, for they watch for your soul.
Yeah, and submit yourselves because you're submitting to somebody that's looking out for you. It's sad because we've submitted to a lot of fools in the world. See, but you got to let that go and understand that the Most High has you in this new fold to bring forth prosperity. Like the Most High said, my thoughts for you are peace and of joy and an expected end. He don't want you to fall down in the crevice. That's why the Most High says, submit yourselves to your watchmen and those that are just looking out for your spirit. Read.
As they that must give account.
And that's what it is. These watchmen got to give account. And that's why it has to be out of sincerity. Come on.
That they may do it with joy.
Yeah, because we know that we're doing the work for the Most High, for the nation of Israel. We know that we're saving our brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. We know that we got men around us like David's mighty men, like sisters in the spirit of the virtuous sisters as we read in the scriptures. Judith.
Deborah.
Nabal's wife. Come on, man.
Abigail.
Abigail, looking out for Israel. This is the stature and the reason why we have to be watchmen for our people, man. Read.
And not with grief.
Yeah, not with grief. Come on.
For that is unprofitable for you.
Yeah, it's unprofitable. The Most High said we have to understand, we got to submit ourselves to these watchmen. So, it's 9/11. It's 9/11. I was trying to hit this one scripture, but we'll save it for another time. Hopefully the brothers and sisters, y'all understood and heard the class. We ask that you share the video. Again, share it to Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're at, all social media. All right, today is Tuesday. Houston's going to be back tomorrow with the class. We'll be back here Thursday, same bat time, same bat schedule. If you don't have any questions on the topic, we're going to go ahead and conclude class. So with that, let everybody know online. Say shalom.
Shalom.